right, you guys, welcome to Spark It Up Sports, your one-stop shop for all things football and all things marijuana.
I'm Big Steve.
And I'm Johnny.
We're coming to you from our home studio in Pacific Beach, California. Welcome to episode 25.
What a week of football we've had, and as we know, who will play for a national championship this week and who will play in the divisional rounds of the NFL playoffs.
Yeah, so the topics for this week, we got the NFL wildcard recap, 6 games. There was one really good one. The other ones were all right. The semifinals college football preview or review from last week. Unbelievable games. They got it right. Two of the best games I've ever seen, I feel like.
Absolutely great storylines to see.
Oh, yeah.
Notre Dame,
what?
Ohio State, two of the powerhouses of the college football playoff scene.
Will Notre Dame finally blow it? We'll see. And then we got the NFL divisional round preview, 2 games each day. The Lions and the Chiefs are back in it. So
right, top 2 teams
excited
back in
them
play.
go.
Treat of the week, we had the Punch Bar.
Let's go for the treat of the
100
week.
milli milk chocolate bar. These things worked.
They were very herbal
Herby.
and earthy.
Herby.
They were
Herby.
very herby. Yeah, so if you like chocolate that's dragged through the grass, then this is it.
That's the one. All right, NFL wild card round review, Saturday, January 11th. Los Angeles Chargers at the Houston Texans, 12-32 win for the Houston Texans. And what a disappointment was Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert, terrible game with the 4 INTs. I was saying all year how good he was, top 5 quarterback, and for him to go out there and lay an egg like that,
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
Texans start this game with a fumble on their very first offensive play of the game.
The Chargers were looking good. They were running the ball. Herbert was passing the ball right, and the next thing you know, fucking shit show.
Absolutely. 4 interceptions, as you said. Rookie Kamari Lassiter snags his first. Derek Stingley snags 2. And Eric Murray with a pick 6 taking it to the
I think
house.
Derek Stingley, top 3 corner in the league. He's
Absolutely.
he's a G.
Great player.
Great out of LSU. He was just balling out there, too. So
C.J. Stroud with 1 touchdown and Nico Collins. Herbert, who threw 3 interceptions all season, sacked 4 times in this game and really could not gain a foot in this game.
yeah, Joe Mixon had another good game. He ran for 106 yards, 1 TD. Nico Collins over 100 receiving yards on 7 receptions. So their offense was humming, which their offense has had some issues the last few weeks, especially along that offensive line.
Probably the play of the game was this D'Angelo Ross returned a blocked extra point for a successful 2-point conversion.
Bonus 2. When you're looking at the score, you're like, it's got to be a safety.
It's
not
awesome.
a safety.
Not a safety. And next week, Houston will face Taylor Swift and her Kansas City Chiefs in
Don't
the divisional
stand a
round.
chance. Taylor's got this. All right, up next, we got Pittsburgh at Baltimore. This was the prime video game. Baltimore wins this one 28-14. It looks like Pittsburgh was out there chasing shadows back there with the running backs with Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. They absolutely went off.
Absolutely.
Absolutely went off. Crushed it. They outrushed Pittsburgh 299 yards to 29. Most rushing yards allowed by Pittsburgh in a playoff game, breaking the mark of 232 yards by yours truly, the Oakland Raiders.
Shout out, LV.
51 years ago. That's when they used to be good.
Hey, tough. We'll be back next year.
Derrick Henry had 26 rushes, 186 yards, 2 TDs in this game. Lamar Jackson has 16 for 21 passing, 175 yards, 2 TDs, and he added 81 rush yards on 15 carries.
Steelers season ends with 5 consecutive losses
5 in a row.
and 6 consecutive playoff losses.
Is it time to get rid of Tomlin?
That's the question. Apparently, a lot of teams have called in and asked. But are you willing to
He's a great
mortgage?
coach, but he can't get him over the hump there. I think a change of scenery wouldn't be that bad of a thing for him. Really.
Nah. But so many teams in need of a quarterback. Are they willing to mortgage their first-round picks on a coach?
No way. All right, after that, we got Denver at Buffalo. Buffalo wins this one 31-7. Bills fashion this year. They played complementary football, running and passing the game. And they are the first team to score 30 touchdowns rushing and passing in a season. So that's what kind of year they've had. They advanced to the divisional round for the 5th straight year in a row. So they've been, ever since Brady's been gone and the Patriots have been gone, they've been dominating that division.
Absolutely. Scoring on 6 of their first 7 drives. Unbelievable.
Insane. Like, 6 out of 7?
Nah.
We barely scored on any.
Josh Allen, great stat line for this game. 20 for 26, 272 yards, 2 TDs, 8 rushes for 46 yards. James Cook complimenting him with 12 rushes, 120 yards, and 1 TD.
Yeah, after that first quarter, though, in this game, we were definitely believers. He had that nice bomb.
Great play, 43-yard touchdown pass to his former Oregon teammate.
They're
Troy
up
Franklin.
7-3, dude. Unbelievable. And then Bills didn't look back.
Not to downplay Bo Nix's rookie season. Very impressive rookie season. 29 passing touchdowns, 2 shy of the rookie record for him. Real impressive. Also, Steelers season ends with 5 consecutive losses
5 in a row.
and 6 consecutive playoff losses.
Is it time to get rid of Tomlin?
That's the question. Apparently, a lot of teams have called in and asked. But are you willing to
He's a great
mortgage?
coach, but he can't get him over the hump there. I think a change of scenery wouldn't be that bad of a thing for him. Really.
Nah. But so many teams in need of a quarterback. Are they willing to mortgage their first-round picks on a coach?
No way.
So this Broncos defense, who's been one of the best all season, 63 sacks, only pressuring Josh Allen 2 times this entire game.
Can't win like that.
Right? Cannot
Gotta get
win.
the pressure on him. And he's so athletic, so big, it's hard to. All right, after we got Packers at Eagles. Eagles win this one 22-10. A.J. Brown, the clown, on the sidelines reading a book while putting up 1 catch for 10 yards. Like,
A.J. Brown's book club boosting this book straight to the top of the sales on Amazon book lists all around the world.
have you read it yet?
No.
No, absolutely not. I'll put it on the list.
We'll put it on the list.
Yeah. The story of this game is Packers turnovers. Jordan Love, 3 interceptions, and then there was another fumble or something. They had 4 turnovers in this game. You cannot win a game that way.
Nah, Packers starting this game with a fumble on the opening kickoff really put their heads in the ground from the start.
Yeah. Could not come back from that.
Josh Jacobs probably the only bright spot for this team. 81 yards, 1 touchdown for him. Jalen Hurts returning from a concussion and starting off the game with 6 completions.
Yeah, you were wondering how he was going to be after missing 3 weeks. Came out, rattled off 6 completions, took him all the way to the win.
Absolutely. Saquon Barkley, probably one of the plays of the game, about to break off a run, ends up sliding baseball slide down.
Yeah, if you had an anytime Saquon touchdown, sorry.
But great day for him. 25 rushes, 119 yards.
All these winning teams had great rushing attacks, and this is the time of year you need to run the damn ball. So.
Absolutely. Dallas Goedert, sick play, stiff arms.
Might be one of the plays of the weekend, the way he stiffs armed that guy multiple times, just crack right in the face.
And the Eagles, very unfortunate loss, losing to Kobe Dean to a knee injury, gets carted off the field in this game. Sad to see their
Yeah, he's an
secondary lose
absolute
one guy.
stud, so you don't want to see that for any of those guys. All right, up next we got Washington at Tampa Bay. Washington won this game 23-20. I think this was game of the week, hands down. Rookie Jaden Daniels leads the Commanders to first playoff win in 6,945 days.
That's a whole lot of days.
On the road, too. Like, that was awesome to see. He was 24-35, 268 yards, 2 TDs, 13 rushes for 36 yards. He's the difference in this game. And the poise he has at the end of a game to go and win is awesome to see. That's 6 times this year he's gone down and won the game for him.
Absolutely. Jaden Daniel runs for a crucial first down to set up the game-winning field goal by Zane Gonzalez.
That was the play, dude.
Unbelievable. A guy is fixing his sock, has to replace his shoe, fixes his hair all seconds before this crucial kick.
OCD for real, dude.
Ball goes
For
up,
real.
hits the post. Everyone's waiting to see which way it's going to fall. Doink. It goes in.
Of course, their doink goes in, dude. That's bullshit.
The lucky doink.
The lucky doink. They get the win. Good for Washington to see where their franchise has come in the last 10, 15 years to a piss poor to now they're winning playoff games.
And Baker Mayfield had so many opportunities to capitalize in this game. Has a costly fumble in this fourth quarter, fumbling the exchange with wide receiver McMillan. Tough way
Terrible
to lose.
to see. They were deep in their own zone, too, so Commanders had the ball ready to score right away. They got a touchdown off that, and that was the difference of the game.
Buccaneers started this season with a win over Daniels and Washington Commanders this season, but the Commanders got their revenge in this game.
Last man left standing.
Absolutely sets up a huge matchup. Dan Quinn versus Dan Campbell.
Damn, Battle of the Dans?
Our first Dan off.
The first Dan off. Let's go.
Two great
I'm
coaches.
taking Campbell, dude. He's biting his knees off for sure.
Someone's knees are getting bent.
They're gone, dude. The Dan off. Let's go. Love it.
Love it.
All right, the Monday night game just wrapped up. They were in Arizona because of the LA wildfires, and the Rams showed up to Arizona and they dominated the Vikings. They won 27-9.
Sam Darnold sacked 9 times in this game.
Sacked 9 times. We think over the last 2 weeks with his play, he's lost at least $30 million, I feel like.
Absolutely. Vikings were first looking to maybe franchise
That
tag
was the
him.
talk a couple weeks ago.
Not no
Franchise?
more.
Nah.
Looks like he's about to hit the market. And Matt Stafford plays a great game, 209 yards, 2 touchdowns for him, leading the Rams to a victory. They go on to the next round.
Yeah, awesome to see the Rams win this. Great win for LA. Give the people in LA something to root for with all the fires going on up there. And McVay had the players ready to go, so... I mean, I can't imagine what they went through this week with all the fires and then having to travel for the game. They still come out and dominate. So
Also, 209 yards, and it wasn't really productive with Cooper Kupp at all. I don't think Cooper Kupp caught a pass.
Oh, damn.
And Puka Nacua also very minimal.
they
so
shut
he
those
did
two
it
down,
without
right.
those two and still threw for 209 yards and 2 TDs.
Oh, yeah.
All right, this week our semifinal recap and final preview is brought to you by our friends over at Negus Coffee Club. Comes in beans or grounds, has some fire flavor notes. The one we got here is Ethiopia blend, made with notes of berry, black tea, real fire.
Real fire. You got that weed hangover in the morning, get that cup of Negus coffee and get those cobwebs out of the head.
All right, college football playoff final. Down to our last 2 teams, Ohio State, Notre Dame. Great matchup.
Never in a million years did I think Ohio State would be playing Notre Dame for the national champion this year, especially after week 2 when Notre Dame lost that game. But they are 8-point underdogs. So.
Absolutely, going from a loss against NIU, rebounding. Now they're playing in the Orange Bowl. Number 7 Notre Dame versus number 6 Penn State. Notre Dame with the victory, 27-24. Marcus Freeman, great leader of young men.
Great leader of young men. The way he made those halftime adjustments, too, I think he's a great coach. He's kind of going up on that board for the Bears list, so see how that all plays out.
Absolutely. Riley Leonard, impressive game from him. Throws for 1 touchdown, runs 1 in. Jeremiah Love, impressive day, runs in for a touchdown. On the other side, Drew Aller, very impressive quarterback play from him up until that very final drive.
I still can't believe he threw that, dude. That poor guy.
Poor guy trying to throw the ball away, throws it right
Never let
across
it
the
down.
middle,
Ah,
right into the arms of a Notre Dame defender.
unbelievable.
Penn State running back adds 3 touchdowns on the day, and Penn State's head coach, James Franklin, 4 for 20 versus top 10 opponents.
Just terrible, terrible, terrible. He just can't win the big game.
Yeah.
And he's like worse at winning the big game than Notre Dame, apparently. So, here, hold my beer. You can have this one. One of them had to win. That's the thing, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like worried about them playing Ohio State because, like,
Ohio State is the big game.
Yeah, this is the big game.
Yeah.
This is the one they want.
And Riley Leonard takes a big hit, comes out for concussion protocol.
Oh, my God. He got squished like a bug, dude. Oh,
Steve Angelo
poor guy.
comes in, holds it down, drives them down for a field goal right before the half. Great way to set them up going into halftime.
Huge field goal. They needed it with a backup quarterback, too. They had a way to go in there and make something happen for that guy.
And sets them up for the storyline. Marcus Freeman will play his alma mater, Ohio State, for a national championship.
Yeah, crazy. Unbelievable storyline. Give Herb Street something to talk about.
All right. Cotton Bowl. Number 8, Ohio State versus number 5, Texas. 28-14 win for Ohio State.
Yeah, this game was a lot closer than the score shows, too, because Texas was, first and goal from the 1, about to tie
About
it.
to go
and
in.
then Jack Sawyer in one play, forced fumble recovery, and fumble return for a touchdown. Exact same play. Sacking. Quinn Ewers forcing the fumble, getting the ball back. They're former roommates at Ohio State, too, which was absolutely crazy.
Absolutely insane. Football world goes full circle.
Right.
As we've seen once and time again.
Especially now that the players are allowed to transfer, which before, this would never happen. But now it's like you can go wherever you want any year. So,
And, we'll get into it later in a bit. But, storyline, Will Howard, Riley Leonard, not the first time they've met.
Nope.
Play of this game, probably the Trayvon Henderson house call on the screenplay. Great play from him.
Unbelievable play. They got those big-ass offensive linemen out there leading the way. And that dude is fast. Like, real fast.
And Ohio State will play for its 6th national championship next Monday.
It's crazy. I wonder how many Notre Dame have. 4? 2?
4.
4? I don't know for sure.
Actually, 2, I think, in the modern playoff era. Just 2. To this one and the one against Alabama.
No, how many have they won?
Oh, total?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Texas will now look forward to next year's home opener at the Horseshoe versus the Buckeyes next August.
Let's get a stew on that.
Right.
All winter workouts every morning. They're going to bring up that fucking game. Those poor guys.
Arch Manning. Look to see him next year.
Ooh. Heisman.
All right. College football playoff final preview. Monday, January 20th. National championship in Atlanta, Georgia.
We got Notre Dame versus Ohio State. OSU is 8-point favorites in this one. It's a pretty big spread. Freeman versus Day.
What a storyline. Freeman playing his alma mater. Ryan Day on the verge of being fired. Everybody thought after that loss to
Right.
Michigan.
And here he can come save his job, win it all.
Absolutely. The storyline for this game is beginning of this year. Notre Dame chooses Riley Leonard to be their starting quarterback. Who did they send away? Will Howard. Will Howard goes on to Ohio State, takes the reins, and now they meet again full circle here in the national championship.
One thing that does worry me about this game is Notre Dame's lack of a passing game.
Absolutely.
That is good because, if they go down early or if Ohio State scores a couple quick ones, I do not think they're going to be able to come back in this one.
And that's the thing is Will Howard has a cannon, and he's got 3 great receivers.
Really good receivers. Yeah.
And I just don't think Notre Dame's going to be able to keep up with
Notre
them.
Dame's going to have to control the clock, which means they're going to have to run the ball, which they're good at, but they just cannot get behind big.
No. They
Yeah,
have to
they're-
keep
yeah.
this a field goal game throughout the game.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can do that.
All right. NFL divisional round playoffs. Saturday, January 18th, Texans at Chiefs. Kansas City -8.
Kansas City -8. You kind of forget they're there, and boom, they're there. I like the Chiefs -8. I think the week of rest for them is good because they know how to handle that. So, like Chiefs -8 in this one.
Absolutely. Houston coming off a lot of turnovers in that game as well. So look for them to turn the ball over a little bit more.
Texans do have a tough defense, but I think the Chiefs are going to be ready to go.
Absolutely. Commanders at Lions.
Detroit. The Danoff. Let's go. Detroit 8.5-point favorites in this one. I do think Commanders can keep it a little closer if Jaden Daniels has another game like he had.
Absolutely. Jaden Daniels known for these comebacks and tight games.
Right?
So
they just got to keep it close
just keep
in
it
this
close.
game. He knows how to win big games.
He does. And possible David Montgomery could come back. Could see him in the lineup this week.
I do love the Lions O-line, though, so it's going to be hard for the Commanders to pull off this win.
All right, Sunday, January 19th.
Rams at Eagles. Don't have a spread on this game. I do like the Eagles at home in this one with Saquon Barkley. I think you just keep running them at this point. It's the playoffs, so it's not like you're worried about carry count or anything like that. If the run game's working, they're just going to
feed it to them
30 times. If you need to, 30 times, whatever.
Absolutely. Ravens at Bills, game of the week.
Game of the week, maybe?
Game of the season.
Year? For sure.
The MVP off.
Like, MVP off?
That's funny.
Never heard of that. The MVP off. Who you taking?
Hey, Baltimore +1. I love
Baltimore
that.
+1. It's in Buffalo, though. I haven't checked the weather. We're going to check the weather. There's like a snowstorm or something coming.
Doesn't he play? Baltimore's cold weather, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but not if it's a snowstorm.
Oh.
If you get that lake effect in Buffalo.
I feel like he's played in plenty of cold games, though.
Yeah, but he doesn't win them.
That's true.
He's from Miami.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
That's why he always wears the fucking...
The hood.
the hoodie thing,
mask.
yeah.
Like Tua.
It's for the concussions. All right, 2025 coaching.
I got nothing.
2025 coaching carousel began last Monday with Black Monday.
Black Monday. 4 coaches down. We had 6 job openings. 1 got filled. Vrabel to New England.
And
1
then
got fired.
Dallas
McCarthy
Cowboys,
out.
McCarthy out.
That happened yesterday, so we're back down to 6 job openings. It is the Bears, the Jaguars, the Jets, the Raiders, the Saints, and the Cowboys as of now.
Current front runners for the Raiders, Ben Johnson, John Gruden.
Ben Johnson, John Gruden. All right.
I like it. And Pete Carroll. I like those. I like those front 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've interviewed pretty much all the same people. We both interviewed Ben Johnson on the same day. I think you guys do have the edge with Ben Johnson just because I think you're going to give him way more control than the Bears will. For the Bears, man, since Vrabel's gone, I'm like, who do we look at now? I know
Marcus
they brought
Freeman.
in. I do love Marcus Freeman. It just worries me that he doesn't have any NFL experience.
Yeah.
It's like... And that you see these college coaches, it's a big jump, a tough jump. Some of them do well. Cliff Kingsbury, he's doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
But as a head coach, he didn't do that great. So it's like, when a college coach comes in, I think it takes them more than their first try. Like, he's going to learn so much. I don't know if he's ready, you know?
Yeah.
It's just such a different game that without any NFL experience, it's going to be tough. I do like him, though. And I definitely think you bring him in for an interview just to see where he's at for sure.
And one of these interesting ones, Dallas Cowboys fired their head coach this morning and looking to offer Dion.
Dion, they're in talks. They've been communicating. No offers have been made or whatever, but that would be definitely interesting to see. And then do the Cowboys mortgage the house to get Shador?
I mean, if you're bringing in Dion, and it seems like you're already mortgaging the house, so why not mortgage a couple picks
Could
as
you
well?
imagine? That'd be awesome. I mean, you might get something for, Dak Prescott. He's not the worst. He just has a huge contract. That was the problem.
That's the way you carry the contract.
Yeah.
Carry the contract and the injury problems, and
Right.
that's the. Do you really? But the thing is that the team that gets him will get him at a cheap price.
Yeah, discounted. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Ben Johnson to the Bears.
I don't know. When you see Tom Brady sitting there with all those championship rings on and the Zoom camera, it's fucking awesome.
That's a good picture.
Right? Mark Davis in the background with a blank check.
He's like the worst part of the picture. Everything
blurry,
about
but
that,
you can see the pic.
everything about the pictures. Brady's cool. The rings are cool. The check's fucking cool. And then he's in it. And he's the reason you guys are so bad.
Hey,
Hey, what?
put a fucking check in front of your face. It looks way better.
It should have been covering his face, and then I would have been like, all right.
All right, that's a wrap for this episode of Sparking Up Sport. Thanks for watching.
Like, follow, subscribe. Reminder to our loyal fans out there, podcast released every Thursday. You can find the video on YouTube. Audio can be found on Spotify, iTunes, and Amazon Music. Let us know what you think in the comments. Go Bears.
Go Raiders.
Let's do a treat check. Treat check.
They work.
It works. Super earthy.
Super herby.
I mean, herby.
Very herby. For all those health things.